Hey guys, okay, super fast here. This is my trade that I'm in this week. I got it on Friday. I set this to Friday, so you have a pretty good look of what it was like. You know, you get in, you're down a little bit, and even though it's very unlikely that this would fall that far and get hurt, theoretically it's possible, and I don't want that. So I am gonna every Friday right before they close, I put on a one future just for protection. And you either get in, or when the market back opens on Sunday night, you just get out of it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I think more often than not, you're going to win because when it does fall, it falls more than it goes up, and you have the decay of the option working for you. But I don't want to get too complicated. So anyway, so this fell. Sorry, I was preparing against the fall on Friday night, so I put this on. So then it looks like this, just in case it falls. Okay, if it goes up, that's fine. You know, that's fine. I'm ready for that. So, but you know, it could crash on really bad news or something. So, okay, but it didn't fall. It went up like only 4 points. When the market opened, shortly after it opened, that's where I got out. So I lost on that. I lost. Right, $21, and I lost $21.25. That's what that was. So on just the move up. I mean, you can see us because 10 points is $50, so 4 something. It's not quite 5 points, so it's not quite $25. So I lost that. That's fine. That's what you pay for protection. There's been times where I've won 100, where I've won 75. You know, it all evens out, but it's a way of making sure you don't get hurt over the weekend. All right. So that's where it was, and then since then, the market has moved around. That was 33.62. Since then, the market that was there. Market has moved up and down. And you remember I have my points, my 2 points that I set it at, my 2 trigger points. So I'm gonna either at 3,400 I'm gonna get in. So that happens, or at 33.45 I'm gonna get in. So that happens, and then if neither one of them happens, I'm just going to wait until I'm in profit enough to maybe get out. So every day you make money based on, like I was telling you, you're selling the option, and if nothing happens, like my Steven Spielberg example with a month left to, you have a month, and he's going to give you $100,000, and he gives it to you, and every day that goes by, it's worth less and less and less. So this is worth less and less. It's only a week option. It's worth less and less and less. So you can theoretically buy it back. So this is Friday night. Let me fix this. The Friday night, and then here is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and this is right now. So this is $120 in profit right now. And I'm looking, I'm not going to make 443, not likely, but, I'm looking to, I'm hoping not to have to make the adjustments. It's always easier if you don't. And it looks like the market hasn't been moving, so, but it can take off at any time. So right now, if I click on these things, it's still probably a pretty good idea. So 3,400 and 33.45. I just double check that nothing's changed. I don't want that, but usually this just stays the same. So if nothing happens, I'm going to keep doing this. There may come a point, like say tomorrow, or by Thursday. If it's gotten up here by Thursday and it still hasn't hit it and it's close, I'm probably not gonna. I may change that. Like I was trying to show you guys on Friday. What eventually happens on this trade is that this idea of goes there, you hit action A, goes there, you hit action B, is in the beginning of the trade. Halfway through the trade or something like that, if it hasn't done it, you're going to be in profit. And so at that point, you're looking to protect your profit and not have to hassle yourself with the trade all over again. And I don't want to, like right now I'm 116 in profit. Okay, if it goes up all the way up to 3,400, and then that's fine. But if I'm and I'll give up $50 in profit. So look what happens. It goes. Let's say it goes to 3,400. Sorry, 3,400, and now I'd be down at $43 in profit from 116. Then you put that on, and now this would be pretty flat. And you can see that I'm hoping that it's gonna stay up here. Then if it backed up to 39.90 or so, I would get out. And then once that happens, I know really long. I'm not gonna be using these trigger points anymore. I'm just gonna be adjusting it according to this. That's, you'll see. But I'm just saying. So the whole idea of these trigger points is just the beginning of the trade, and then making the adjustments afterward is actually easier. Because all you're doing is looking at that. You're just looking at that number, and you're just basically, when it gets close to 5 either way, up 4s or something. When it gets close to 5 either way, you just add a future to counteract it. And if you're still underneath this thing when you're doing that, then that's it. And if you're not underneath this thing, then you got to move this thing, and that's the whole trade. So I mean, I know Dave wanted it to be to remind him of the overview. So the overview is, you set this thing up in the very beginning, you put yourself in the middle, and you set 2 trigger points. If it doesn't hit the trigger points, you just let the thing keep going up and up until you make money. If you've made some profit and it's starting to go toward one of the edges, then you consider just getting out. Why give up the profit that you've made? Just get out and do it again next week. If it runs off the edge, you're in one of these, and you will get out. If it's early in the week, you will get out and do it again. If it's later in the week, you'll get out at break even or a little profit and do it again for the next week. And if it's whipsawing, once it starts whipsawing, once you hit one of these trigger points, once it starts whipsawing, all you do is basically look at this number. If it gets close to positive 5 or negative 5, around, it could be like 4. If it gets up there, then if it's negative 4 or 5, you buy a future. If it's positive 4 or 5, you sell a future, and you just do that, and you will be and you're going to keep in and as long as you're underneath this roof, basically, you're going to make money. And if you're not underneath the roof, then you'll get out of this and you'll do another one of these. That's often at that point when you do it, it'll be smaller. Because the smaller this is, the more money it's worth. So it'll be smaller but it'll be all right because there'll be less time left. So like this trade, we'll see, but this trade's going well for this week so far. So okay, I know that was a whole confusing thing, but I just wanted to explain. So right now we're $116 in profit, and that's it.